We're gonna talk about the malwares and operations targeting North Korea defectors and a malware which is linked to Lazarus group that we researched. So let's start. Yeah.
Yeah, this little introduction of myself. My name is Jaewon, and I'm a mobile malware researcher at McAfee, and previously worked at a Korean game company and Kisa, which is a Korean national cert. And this is my Twitter. I only have 50 followers, so I need some more. Yeah, thank you. And we started doing Shisa just this week, and we started to love it. Yeah, thank you.
So my turn. My name is Inhee Han, and I'm also mobile malware researcher at McAfee. Same team with Jaewon, and so I, yeah,
Less than me.
and I have been working in security industry for about 10 years. And before joining this industry, I worked as application developer for 3 years. Oh yeah. Please also follow me on Twitter, please. Okay. I'm going to tell you about our discovery in mobile world, which assumed linked to Lazarus group. Yeah. As you might know, the Lazarus group is one of active cybercrime groups. This group is assumed to be linked to North Korea. Also, the U.S. government announced that North Korea is behind of this group, but who knows? The activity has been started at least since 2009, which huge scale of DDoS attack targeted US and South Korea. The DDoS attacks were continued since then. The operations of Lazarus Group has been going on, such as Dark Soul and Sony Pictures Entertainment hack. What is the group doing nowadays? Recently, the group focused on to make money. Hence, the group targets cryptocurrency and finance companies, according to blog posts from several security companies. Global banks were hacked or found evidences of hack attempts, such as Bank of Poland and Bangladesh and Philippines. Also, in February this year, McAfee posted about malware stealing bitcoins from victim. It assumed linked to Lazarus group as well. Now, let me start to talk about main story of my session. It focuses on explain why we think that the malware is linked to Lazarus group. Yeah. In end of June last year, 2017, we found a malware which is Trojanized APK of the most popular Bible app in Korea. According to our telemetry data, the Trojanized APK was installed on only one device. So I guess the Trojanized APK was generated for a few targets, yeah, and also, and we 3 variants of ELF file have been found until now, which are not embedded in APK. We couldn't find the way how it was implanted on victim's device. As you guys might read, there is a blog that Palo Alto Networks has released regarding same malware, which I researched. It describes how ELF is implanted on Android device, but the implanting technique they described can't be applied to destroygenized Bible app anime. We're keeping eyes on it and trying to find the way of spreading the APK. The discovery of this malware was a kind of accident. I wrote a rule for tracking the actor of the cyber attack targeted Sony Pictures in 2013. There was a condition for checking the type of file that checks whether P or other types. At that time, I didn't guess the hexadecimal values could be used for malware for another platform. The guess was totally failed, but luckily the line has been removed when I was organizing my rules. So that is why I do not say that it was found by hunting. So yeah, but at least I learned one thing, that don't make rules too much tight. In this case, the hexadecimal values are enough to hunt. So when you are writing a rule, please don't make it too much tightly. Next. The APK is signed by debug certificate. Above is the certificate which for limit 1. So also on ELF file is added to assets directory. And there is point to aware the type of OS which model developer works on. Each files of APK have make time. It means the APK repackaged on NTFS. So hence we are supposing the malware developer repackaged it on Windows. When we looked into the compiled text, very simple and small codes are added to launchable activity, which is splash activity. Yeah. The added codes will be executed when the Trojanized app is being launched by onCreate event of the activity. The purpose of added codes is to drop on ELF file, which is contained in SS, and load it as process. After that, the app runs like normal app, so it is hard to realize that it is malware from user side. If the dropped ELF successfully executes, it turns the device into a bot. Yeah, we've found 3 more variants of the vector, which is embedded to the Trojanized Korean Bible app until now. So each of the variants are totally same, excluding the IP addresses of C2, and it is the only one which is embedded in APK of samples that are submitted to our internal system and or virus storer. Okay. Once the backdoor ELF starts, it turns into a zombie process. To protect itself, it remains as a zombie even if the parent process terminates, as long as the execute method of DEX has been implemented successfully. The IP array is encoded by a simple exclusive OR routine. When it is loaded into memory from the read-only data section, that encoded data is written to a file. The encoded file is then loaded into memory to select an IP address to connect to. one of C2 is selected randomly immediately before the backdoor process attempts to connect to each address. The attempt is performed repeatedly to successfully connect with one of C2s. Okay. Once connected with a C2 server, the malware begins to fill the buffer using as a callback beacon. Top left shows a part of the message generating code. Several fields of the packet are hard-coded. In particular, the bytes at offset 0, 4, and 5. After we realized that the message only pretended to use the SSL handshake protocol, we understood the meaning of the hard-coded bytes. The bytes at offset 0 is the handshake type, offset 4 and 5 are the SSL version of a handshake layer. After sending the callback beacon, the malware assigns global variables that contain device information, which is transferred to the C2 server. Once it receives the command code 5249 hexadecimal, left code is jump table for implementing commands and its stock code. Based on the jump table, the backdoor has 13 functionalities. The functionalities are commonly contained in many backdoors. There is no function looks special. Oh, now so. Okay. It was a little bit hard to find similarity of code between ARM-based ELF and x86-based PE because the compiler, linker, and builder are totally different. So it contains the hexadecimal values that are used seed value for generating a key for encryption and decryption. The values and the shape of function totally similar to a P, which was used as a weapon in the cyber attack to Sony Pictures in 2013. We found similarities from several binaries that used from the other operations which are assumed operated by Lazarus group. I'm going to tell you why we can say the Android malware is linked to Lazarus with high confidence. The protocol for communicating to C2 is totally same, and several IP addresses of C2 are overhead in overhead time. It means they share C2 among the operations. The burst of code to establish to C2 server are almost the same. The purpose of the code in next slide. Yeah. This slide describes the protocol for establish and communicate to C2 server simply to transfer a message from the source. The malware first sends a 5 bytes message to the destination. The message contains information on the size of the next packet, a hard-coded value, and the type of message. The hard-coded value is 0301 hexadecimal, and the type of message can be from 14 to 17 hexadecimal. And the message type can also be used to check the validation of the received packet. If to establish to a C2 server, disguised SSL handshake is processed. Immediate next step. After established to C2 server, the all of packets for communication are encrypted. This is just capture the packet which is sent before transfer real data. Okay, so this function generates disguised client hello. Both have a hard-coded supported encryption version field as 0301 hexadecimal. It will be checked for validation of message. The disguised client hello packet contains also benign domain on server name indication field. We suspect it is an evasion technique to avoid detection by security solutions looking for suspicious behaviors. Okay. Yeah, as I mentioned, both vectors use same protocol. We could confirm when analyzing the function for receiving a message from the C2 server. This function shows the protocol for transferring a message between the backdoor and the C2 server. This looks also not good for comparison, so I prepared pseudocode from the receive function. This is receive function and structure for 5 data that firstly sent to C2 and okay. So this is the code of receive function. We can confirm the protocol for communicating to C2 server easily. This function can process the 2 cases of receiving data. First case, when the 5 bytes message is received, it passes the data and check validation through 301 hexadecimal value and 1 byte of the type of message. Second case, when real data is received, it receives the size of data which was passed from first 5 bytes. After that, the received data is decrypted. This table shows IP addresses of C2. There is several overlapped IPs and similar code for communicating server. We can guess that the malware is linked to Lazarus group with high confidence. Let me pass the mic to Jaewon.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about a new threat actor group I discovered. It all started with this article I just read last year. So North Korean defectors and other related groups are targeted by unknown actors on KakaoTalk, which is a famous chatting app in South Korea. So it's a targeted attack since they chose to whom they should implant spyware. So we got interested in this group and started to track them. If you see on the right side, there's screenshots of KakaoTalk messages North Korean defectors or journalists actually received. So in the next slide, we'll dig more deep into this actor. So while tracking the malware that was introduced in the article, we were able to uncover additional malware operations by same threat actors. This group is very active. All the operations we discovered happened in less than a year in 2017. And we have named this group as Sun Team because I was investigating Dropbox cloud storage and used these REST APIs to search for all the deleted files. And there was one folder deleted, which the name was Sun Team folder. Yes, so let's look at the details. Yes, so we discovered three different types of malware used by this Sun team. So yeah, year 2017 was a busy year for Sun team because most of the operations were done in 2017. Yes, the data is still being uploaded to the cloud storage, so it's hard to like say when this malware was killed or unfunctional. Yes, so in the next few slides, I will explain to you guys how they distributed malwares. First case, they used Facebook. So they created this account and started posting on related North Korean defector groups or support groups to make them download their malwares. So if you see on the left screenshot is saying, hey, do you know what this NK prayer app is? You just install it on your device. And other guys like, nope, I don't need it. And yeah, on the other Facebook groups, they keep on posting this malware. Yeah, and just looking for advice, like, hey, I was looking at this NK prayer app and I need some help with this. Take a look at it and tell me. Yeah, on the right side, this guy also like acts as is also a victim, saying, hey, that NK prayer app is actually malware, and my friend who introduced me to it is now gone. Yeah, so after this NK prayer app has gone down, they started activating on another account to distribute a new malware. So when this account was inactive, his profile image was basically Tom Cruise, but when the previous malware has been gone down in February 1st, 2018, they changed the profile image to some old guy in Korea, random guy from internet. They just took the image and made their own profile. And he started posting like, hey, my son made a new app. Please download it and check it out. And also some food-related app saying, hope you guys live a healthy life. Please check this app and see what you can get. And if you see on the comments on the right side, this guy who posted NK prayer malware says, hey, this app is so useful, I love it. So they're helping each other spreading the malware. Yeah, so some similarities in these Facebook accounts. They basically use foreign account names instead of Korean names, and also use foreigners' image as profile when inactive, and then they change to something else that's familiar to Koreans when they become active. And they're Facebook friends with each other, and they have weird personal information like they're currently living in Pyongyang, but they are currently working at an American company. Yeah. So there are many Facebook accounts are still inactive, so we're keeping an eye on it. Yes. Other case is KakaoTalk. Yeah, so according to the article, journalist at Daily NK was approached by someone named Lee Tae-kyung. And if you see closely, it has no profile image and using the US number. Yeah, this account is actually a fake account created by some team to impersonate South Korean people and use them to approach victims. So we'll look closely about these fake accounts in more detail in OPSEC fails part. Yes, and they also used hacked web servers to distribute these mobile malwares. So the shortened URL we saw in the article actually expands to this ihoodtech.com domain, which is a company which produces hoods. Yeah, so it seems there was a file upload vulnerability in the past. So we weren't able to get this newslist.php file, but we found in the customer service board, someone tried to upload the web shell. So, and if you see which directory it is uploaded, it's in the same directory as the newslist.php file. So we were guessing that maybe they used this vulnerability in this board to upload web shells. Yes, so another corporate web server found distributing Trojans, which was the same as the one dropped by NK Prayer app. So this server actually uses Android exploits publicly disclosed by Old Fresher, at which he released at Kansas West, and theoretical vulnerability to escalate privilege on victim's device. And also, we found web shells as well. The hash value for password, if you search for similar things in Google, there was actually another Korean web server with a web shell that has same hash value. Yes, so the right bottom screenshot is actually the screenshot of this corporate web server. You can see someone tried to upload this file named webshell.php. So we investigated a little, and we found that we are actually able to upload this kind of file by using this notice board, and we found another route to upload a web shell, such as like upload the resume feature. Yes, so it seems that this particular server has more things to investigate than what we initially thought. So there was some talks on the Twitter that this server is also distributing some other type of malicious files. So, well, at this moment, we are not sure whether this server is being used by different groups or not. We need some more investigation. And this is the actual log file we found on the server, which tells us that tons of people have been accessing this server from a variety of resources, sources. Another case, Google Drive. So all the initial NK prayer app links were all Google Drive links. The good thing for us is that when threat actors when they upload the malware on Google Drive, they have to expose their Gmail account. So these Gmail accounts led to the Facebook accounts used by some team. And there was also actually another one uploaded on Google Drive, but they deleted it before taking a screenshot. But these are the screenshots of different droppers they used. And the last case is Google Play. So we found out that some team uploaded this malwares on Google Play earlier this year, maybe January. Yes, they uploaded it as a unreleased version, which is like early access program, beta program, I guess. So the food-related app and the fast app lock app was actual malware. But you can see that Google Play Protect verifies it and says it's not a malware. But if you analyze it, it actually is. Yeah, so I would tell you a little about all the malwares we found. So the first one, this fortune-telling app. Yeah, so it's faking as a fortune-telling app, but the package name is actually play.google.youtube. And variants exist, faking as a different type of app, but their Trojans they implant is actually the same. So this malware uploads victims' data to Yandex Cloud. So this data includes call recordings, contacts, SMS, external storage data. And if your device is infected, all this data are stored in Android data com.sec.chromium. So this data they upload to Yandex is actually encrypted, but we got lucky and found one file that was not encrypted, so we were able to see what was leaked. Yeah, I'll tell you what it is in the next slides. Yeah, so next malware, NK prayer. So NK prayer in Korean 북한기도 means the app for praying for North Korea. So we found another variant that drops same Trojan but just faking as different apps. Like we found these 4 kinds of app that drops same Trojan. So this fakes telling the user we need some kind of permission to actually use this malware, so please turn it on. But when the victim turns on the accessibility permission, it shows this full screen advertisement video and drops the Trojan in the background. Yes, there's many variants of this NK prayer malware, but basically they use Yandex and Dropbox to upload data and download additional payload or some command files. Yeah, this example is the command file for one type of this malware. So there are some designators for checking which part is for which value. So the number 3, if you see on the left, that's the number of the commands the victim's device should execute, and so on, other config values. And if you check what kind of accounts they use for creating like Dropbox storages, you can see that the account names are actually actor or actresses or celebrity names in Korean TV show. So more details about this blog is uploaded on McAfee blog. Yes, so third type of malware we found. Yeah, this also have package name of Google services. Yeah, dropped by fake apps. Yeah, it also uploads this victim's device information to Dropbox. The different thing is they actually export the files, but the keys are in the cloud and you can download it, so no big issue. Yeah, it has similar structure as NKPlayer, does the same, but this one, they have this downloadable payloads and extensions and so on, but when you try to decode it, only part of the file is actually decodable. So if you see the logs of victim's device uploaded to the cloud, it's all just errors. So they quickly abandoned this malware. Yes, this is the one we found this January. It was uploaded on Google Play. It's for telling users which food ingredients go well together. Yeah, this app was the one heavily promoted by Sunteam's Facebook account. Yeah, when it is installed, it uploads device information and data on external storage. So when we found the malware, the download count already exceeded 50. Yeah, so we found interesting images on the cloud that this malware was connecting to. So the Sun team probably wanted to fix victims as a fake Anlab antivirus, which is a Korean security company. So there's many things wrong in these images that probably no Koreans will get fixed for this. So Anlab, they used wrong spelling, and they made grammar errors, and they used some wrong word to mean actual computer file. Yeah, so they have very bad designs. Yeah, the last malware, it's called Fast App Lock. It's for locking other apps when they're not in use. So it's kind of privacy protection app. But as usual, in the background, they upload device information and so on to Dropbox in this case. Yes, how are they linked together? So this diagram looks complex, but yeah, but all the malware samples we discussed are somehow all related, like devices used for testing and the Gmail accounts used for NKPlayer malware, and those for the recent Google Play malware are all the same. And like Trojan dropped by marketing app and has same fingerprint as the one dropped by NKPlayer. And actually, the fortune-telling app's Google Drive URL was actually found in a text file inside the SD card of a test device used for NKPlayer. So this slide will be uploaded, so you can check it out later. Yeah, we'll look at some offset fails they did, so which expose all the data. Yeah, so we are analyzing one of the Dropbox storages, which used for C2 server for the NKPlayer app, I think, yes, and found tons of test data they probably uploaded it by accident while testing their malware. So inside the test data, we were able to find valuable information such as like malicious actors' device information and other versions of the malware we weren't aware, email addresses, accounts, and so on. Let's see what we have found in more detail. Yes, they actually exposed all those device information of their test device, including IMEI, International Mobile Equipment Identity, Value Model, build versions, and so on. So following this geographical info, they brought their device from all over the world. So there was one Galaxy Note 4 from US, Galaxy S7 Edge from Brazil, and LG V20, LG G4 from South Korea. Yes, this is the models of test devices we found and related Gmail account. You can see that mostly they were connected to VPN, but if you see the first device, November 2017, they were actually connected to VPN, but soon after, they exposed some IP address in their log file, which says it's Pyongyang, but I'm not saying we're sure North Korea or not, but just, the log file just says exactly the same thing on the slides. So the funny thing is, this guy using Galaxy S7 actually exposed his phone number on the device log file. And the time was 2018 February. So if you search the phone number, then it says it's from Russia. So anyone, if you want to give him a call, I'll let you know the phone number so you can give him a call and say hi. Yeah. Yeah, the device log file actually has installed apps list. You can see that they have their own malware installed for testing. And as you can see, there's a lot of Korean apps installed. So definitely these guys are familiar with Korean language. And you can see there's a lot of apps related to learning English. So I guess they're quite interested in learning English. Yeah, and this app called Text Now, which is kind of call and messaging service. You can generate a virtual phone number, so we'll discuss in later slides. Yes, so yeah, OPSEC fails, case 2 images. So some images were found in their Android gallery of their devices. So you can see that I don't know which model the laptop is, but yeah, they have, I think, LG phone cracked, and definitely not a cookie or snack you can see in South Korea. So I'm still tracking what kind of food they're eating. Yeah, yes, and he uses Toshiba mouse and likes plants. Yes, so one of the test device had this tons of data in their SD card, which was basically just uploaded on Dropbox, which I found. So yeah, so each folder contains basic information and SNS images of random South Korean person, which is used to create fake identity. So each folder is for different person, and each folder, it has some profile text file, which inside it you can see that this person graduated from this university and at 2004, and so on, and where they work, what are their blood type. But the interesting thing is, in South Korea, to mean the blood type, there's a separate word, 혈액형. But as you can see in the text file, it uses Phyung, which according to Wikipedia is the word North Koreans use to refer to blood type. So yeah. And there's, as you can see, I mentioned they use shortened URL for Google. You can see there's tons of generated shortened URLs. And so the iHootTech.com, that's the hacked web server I just mentioned you, and Google Drive URL for other malware we weren't aware of. So we downloaded it and analyzed it as well. And in the center, account.txt, yeah, this is the actual fake accounts they created to impersonate people, which is like the information is in each folder. Yes, so we checked if these accounts are really there. So, for example, the Ijishen, we don't kind of write this way when we are writing South Korean name in English, but it's kind of like Chinese way to spell it out. But anyways, you look for that account in KakaoTalk, you can actually see that they're using the profile image which was in the SD card folder we just discussed. And it's saying, my phone is not working, so please give me your phone number. But the way they wrote the Korean is very awkward and definitely not like the tone used by young women as they think they are. So yeah, so if you try to like recover the password of these accounts, this DAOM service actually tells you what kind of phone number they use to actually register. So it's saying it's from US, and area code 8060. So this number points to this US, but are they really in US? Probably not. Why? I just told you there's a TextNow app installed in one of the devices. It's free text and call service. You can get a phone number by entering the area code. So you can just create any phone number you want. So it's with high possibility that threat actors are using TextNow generated number to sign up for these services. Yeah, like services like DAOM, which requires phone number. So actually there was some logs, TextNow logs on the file also. You can see this username, Maxwell, blah, 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 and email Shanghai, and using email domain mail.com. And actually you can check that phone number they registered in TextNow is actually 860. So yeah, we're pretty sure they're not currently located in US, they're just using fake number. Yes, so in the first few slides, I told you that this fake Korean account with the name Lee Tae-kyung was used to target journalists. That's the screenshot on the right. And the left one is the one I found on the test devices. So you can see it's using the same name and has no profile image and use the US number. Yeah, I won't tell you about what the chat is, but yes. And they also left the exploit files, source codes and binaries and scripts in their SD card and loaded them to Dropbox as well. So the exploit files I found were basically dirty cow burns and like Chrome burns that Old Fresher released in MoSec and CanSec West in 2016. The left one is the exploit code disclosed by the Old Fresher. Right side is the modified version I found. So just basically changed the hard-coded address or added some functionality to install their own malware. Yes, same thing. They try to use this directory of Naver app, which is like a Google service in Korea. So basically, they just modified all the available exploits. Yeah, so I mentioned some corporate web server was hacked, and it was distributing malware and had Chrome exploits. So basically, they had this JavaScript file that exploits Chrome exploits and drops dirty cow exploit payload and try to install the system update.apk, which is the Trojan dropped by nkpayer malware. Yes, so we found some shell scripts, and actually they left out either DV file. So I was really curious is whether Ilfox sells their IDA Pro to these bad guys, but they were actually just using the leaked version of the hacking team. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, the latest Google Play campaign, they actually deleted all the relevant test log files quickly. Yeah, but if you check the document of Dropbox API, you can see that there's a restore API. Basically, you can restore any deleted files if it was deleted less than like 30 days or so. So one by one, I restored all the deleted files and checked all the data and deleted again so they won't know. And yeah, so we were able to confirm that these guys are using same test devices and using same Gmail account. Yeah, some data we discovered. So victims are basically North Korean defectors and support groups. Many sensitive data were leaked. As you can see on the left, there is a photo of South Korean passport and some China bank credit cards and some phone contacts that had all this phone number of people related to North Korean or defectors or North Korean groups. So the contact file you see on the right, that was the actual encrypted file that was uploaded to, I think, Dropbox by total accident. Yes, the last slide. Yeah, so one of the victims were actually taking part in this prayer meeting for North Korea, and the image he had on his device had also GPS data, so we were able to locate where this prayer meeting was and all those, the photos and stuff. Yeah, so there's a lot of more data we didn't include on the slides, but yeah, there was basically tons of data. Yeah, conclusion. Target attack against North Korean defectors and related group has moved to mobile landscape. Threat actors are modifying apps that are popularly used by the target or make a fake app that might catch interest. And they're actively using SNS to approach targets. Yeah, so mobile users must be careful about what they install on their device, even though it's downloaded from Google Play. And lastly, use iPhone. Thank you.